The Samsung Galaxy S25 FE is shaping up to be one of the most exciting phones in Samsung's lineup this year. The Fan Edition, or FE series, is known for offering high-end features at a lower price. Many people love these phones because they deliver great value without costing as much as Samsung's most expensive models. But with lower prices, there are sometimes trade-offs, and for the S25 FE, the choice of processor might be the biggest one. In the past, Samsung has used its own Exynos chips in FE models to save money. This helps the company offer good specs while keeping the price reasonable. For the Galaxy S25 FE, Samsung reportedly started making a special version of its Exynos 2400 chip, called the Exynos 2400E, just for this phone. This makes sense because using its own chips helps Samsung control costs and supply, and also earns money through its chip-making business, Samsung Foundry. However, recent reports suggest things might change. If Samsung can't make enough Exynos 2400E chips to meet demand, it might turn to another company for help. That's where MediaTek comes in. According to the latest leaks, Samsung is considering using MediaTek's Dimensity 9400 chip as a backup option for the S25 FE. What makes this interesting is that the Dimensity 9400 isn't just a backup, it's actually a stronger chip than the Exynos 2400E. It's faster and more power efficient, which means better performance and longer battery life. Even though Samsung prefers to use its own Exynos 2400E chip, if production issues happen and they can't make enough for both the Galaxy S25 FE and the upcoming Galaxy Z Flip FE, which is also expected to use the same chip, then the Dimensity 9400 will be the backup plan. The idea of getting a better chip in a mid-range Galaxy phone is exciting for fans, but it also creates a small problem for Samsung. If they use MediaTek's chip, it might increase costs a bit, especially if they still plan to sell the phone at the same price. Plus, it would mean Samsung makes less money from its own chip business, since they'd be buying chips from another company. Still, even if Samsung uses the Dimensity 9400, there's no sign they'll increase the phone's price. If that happens, it would be a win for customers. A more powerful phone for the same money. But for Samsung, it might be a small setback since they prefer to use their own parts when possible. Right now, Samsung hasn't officially announced the Galaxy S25 FE yet. Rumors say it could launch later this year, possibly in the fall, based on when previous Fan Edition phones have been released. Whether it uses the Exynos 2400E or the Dimensity 9400, one thing's clear. Samsung wants to offer great value with this phone. And in a rare twist, the backup plan might actually turn out better than the original one for users. Fans and tech lovers will be keeping a close eye on what Samsung decides in the coming months. The Galaxy S25 FE could either be another solid Fan Edition phone or an unexpectedly powerful mid-range phone, depending on which chip ends up inside. Either way, it looks like Samsung is working hard to make sure it's a phone worth buying. Stay tuned for more updates.